So he just standing here. I'm like, what's this box? Can I open it? Nope. Okay, cool.
I knew you could do it. We have all the ingredients we need. I dreamed of this day for so long.
I was like, he
The
sounds
moment
so
you'd come
menacing
back
right
to
now.
life. You can be human again by using that vast supply of ergo and the arm of God. I just need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your lifespan. Your heart.
Right. Oh,
If you give me your heart, all these trials and tribulations will be over. You have been a brilliant and a good boy. As your reward, I shall turn you into a real boy. Give me your heart, son.
I'm like, why are you talking to me like this? And I was like, oh, Bloodborne. Yeah. I contemplated giving it to my. I was like, I know it's gonna end, but I need to just keep going.
Boy. But you insist on breaking my heart. Well, I suppose Carlo was mischievous. It seems you inherited his personality instead of his memories. But a father always looks after his children. Even naughty ones that must be punished, like you. In my own way, I grew to love you.
I'm like, oh.
After all, you're the puppet who would bring my son back to life.
So I'm like, am I Pinocchio then? They never said the word or the name.
I'm disappointed in you. I didn't mean for this to happen.
I'm like, what's in the box?
I believed you were a good boy. If you refuse, then I'll have to retrieve it myself.
Oh, is that a puppet? Is a puppet in there? I'm like, oh boy. And I'm like, that I think that is Carlo.
Son,
Like that was his corpse. They were saying that's the first puppet, but I'm like, nah, that's his son. He just put prosthetics. I was like, oh shoot. Look at that sword.
you can become a
It looked like scissors. I'm like, oh boy. And not knowing the moves, I'm like, okay. And I'm like, I'm in another fight. I gotta figure this out.
Covenant like the other puppets because of Carlo's memories.
I'm like, all right, we got this. We got this. Come on, let's go. I'm like, okay, that reaches. I'm like, all right, at least I can do that. The second hit, I mean, first hit won't get it, but the second one will. I'm like, oh, he running at me. I'm like, oh, dang it, I don't know that. I'm looking at this move like I know this moveset now. Pop, pop, pop. And then it's supposed to be a fury attack. Sometimes it doesn't do it though. Pop, 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 pop. Doom. Yeah. That. I could not get that on the first trial. Like, it's like, at least I got the acid on him. Doop. I was like, ah, he jumped out the way. Stop moving. 1, 2, 3. I'm like, yeah, it's done. I was like, here go another one I gotta figure out. And this is the last one. It's the very last one. I'm like, let's get this.
Human myself.
So this, at least I was able to get in a dazed. And that's where the puppet string came in. I was like, okay, let's go.
After I lost you, my life was full of nothing.
Never really used it that much. Those pokes hurt, and they were hard to get perfect blocks on them.
If only I had more time with you. If only
I think I figured this out. Oh, for some reason I didn't get that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did wind up getting it.
please,
2.
memories.
That second hit is devastating.
You break my heart.
Yep. Got the timing on that. I was like, come on, put this away, please. Now they're on that run. Jump out the way. I missed.
It can't be.
I'm like, do it again. Kabloom. And I was like, okay. I'm like, now what's about to happen? Like, did he hit me? Oh. I say, there are no strings on me.
You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
I said, oh crap. How did I not get hit by that? Didn't know what he was doing. But I'm looking like he got bloody blades now. I'm like, okay, Lady Maria. I was like, I can't get these flurries. I was like, nope. We're gonna start over. I don't know. I might have just said I'll give up, but then I was like, should I heal? I'm like, nah, I don't got time now. I'll just get hit again. But here's the last part. We're about to just see it all out, I think. Yeah. I wound up with like, I'm doing more damage if he's a puppet. So I put the puppet amulet on and I opted in for electric weapon. I started getting some of the attacks.
After I lost you,
That one I could not get for some reason. That did a lot of damage. And boom, boom. Even though I couldn't see. But I was getting that shock on him really good. That looked crazy.
you're just a puppet.
So you about to see how good I got. See that? I was like, okay. That I didn't know that Fable art was there. So I said, oh, I know how to use this now. Come on, heal up. That I could never figure out how to block that. Not sure why I don't know how to block that either. I know how to block it now. Bam, bam. Get much damage as you can. I did block that myself. Come on, get it. Yeah. Get on the red circle. I was like, feel like this might be it. I was like, I'll take that damage. So this I was just playing. I was like, oh, I can do it like that. I can get that block. Good, good. So when it's in that form, you can kind of strafe. You don't even have to try to block it or anything like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, I was feeling really good. Forgot about that last hit. That is hard to block when you're that close to him. I can only do it from mid-range. 1. Did I use the Fable art right there? I don't even know. I might have. But I was getting them. And somehow I had him at the last. I was like, oh, we did it. And I'm like, man, this was my game of the year. I'm like, okay, blood. Ah, I was like, freaking Geppetto. Dang it.
Were you going to destroy Carlos' heart?
Ah. Took his heart out. I was like, dang it. I guess if I got this ending, I was like, I had to have gotten a good ending. But like what confirmed it was that right there. The tear.
Sorry.
And a little detail I didn't notice right there at the end. She just finished clenching. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he really. I was like, yeah. So that signified that we're puppet turned human, like fully now. Well, I went through the game, was like, I'm gonna tell the truth, but then I think they're hearing stuff, and I was like, you know what, let me lie. And then as I was lying, I was like, okay, the changes are happening. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then I just like, let me just lie throughout the rest of it. And then on my next playthrough, I'll change some stuff up, see what happens. So I'm just wondering, like, what's next? I was like, oh, is that a Sophia puppet? Look just like her. I'm like, dang, well, I think I know for sure I didn't die. I know now, I didn't. I thought I did. Oh, wow, she looked just like that Camille statue. I just realized that.
Good to see you.
Hmm. Wow, okay. Well, then the credits rolled. I had listened to that music because we had to listen to music for that humanity meter or invisible meter. But the music in this is great. I can't wait for the soundtrack to come out. Oh, we got one more. Let's see.
I have a final report on the Krat experiment.
You
certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing, and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
And I tripped. I was like, who? I was like, I'm getting chills right now looking at this again. I was like, get out. 1, 2. I didn't know what they were talking about, and I was like, wait, is that from wait, why can't I think of the name of that fairy tale? And I looked, I was like, Wizard of Oz. I'm like, get out. I'm like, are we going from one little childhood story to another? I'm like, oh man. But it's crazy to see her on a rooftop in Krot. I'm like, she's been walking around this whole time? Don't know. We'll see. DLC is in the works. They confirmed it, and they said they're also working on a sequel. So we'll see when that comes out. But beyond that, I accidentally didn't continue that playthrough. I went and started a new one by accident. So I'm working on a second playthrough so I can go back to the hotel and talk to everyone and see the endgame stuff. But I did want to show off some of the new game plus stuff that I was doing. Here we go. So the bosses was just about the same, but I was like, I'm gonna use these weapons on it. I wonder, why did I save this? I was doing a whole lot better. Bam. I didn't realize how much damage I was actually doing. Broke the weapon and everything. I was like, wow. Oh, that's why. Because I finished it off with the puppet string combo. But also, yeah, you can hear what those puppets were saying too. And there are other lines that you can hear as well. So on the church part where the puppets were fighting the carcasses, you could hear the puppets saying top priority is protect, I think they said protect the humans or something like that. And I'm like, oh, and they's king's orders. I'm like, oh, all right. But you couldn't hear them, or you couldn't understand what they were saying at first. Oh, this is a funny little thing. I was thinking I can get up there, but then it stopped me short and I clipped through. I was like, okay. And I'm like, I can see stuff. I'm like, huh? How do I get out? Can I get out? Is there a way out? I was literally just about to quit, but I was like, let me just see how far I can go. And I was like, oh. And I'm thinking wow, all that. I can walk through all that. I didn't try it again though, but I did see someone did clip through, and from there they were able to get to the Black Brotherhood boss fight, and they were able to get the Red Fox and the Black Cat that helped them fight. That was an awesome video. I'm gonna have to find that and link that. It was so cool. So just context for this part, this is the last thing, and then that'll be it. I got past the church part, the cathedral, like I said earlier. I wondered what would happen if I beat the Archbishop without giving the girl the key, or the thing that she asked for. So when I checked the location, it didn't have her icon or icon to go back to. I was like, uh-oh, let me see what happened. I'm like, all right, everything looks normal. However, going around this corner, she said that she couldn't die as long as something, and I was like, oh no. So she was stricken with that disease, and I was just like, I can't believe this. It seems so super familiar with something in Bloodborne. I can't pinpoint it, but I was like, I don't want to get rid of her. I said, this is so sad. But like, I'm gonna have to. It's only one hit. But she was an early version of those that you fight later on. So I'm thinking, is there something that she left behind still?
It's too late to stop me with a measly holy mark. I wonder what your flesh tastes like.
I'm thinking, I don't know if that was a memory. It might have been like a sequence bug where that line of dialogue was supposed to play when you walked into that area, but she was so far off of that point. That dialogue happened after she had already walked past it, and I just backed up. I was like, oh man. But yeah, I don't know if anyone else has gotten that part, but yeah, that was crazy. All right, gonna work on something else. See y'all later. Pray for peace, pray for change, continue to root for each other, and strive for efficiency and perfection. Catch y'all on the next one.